this at Techie Youth today.
At a remote job. If you've seen my last video, you've seen that I already watched this video series about how to work from remote, how to build relationships with your colleagues, different places you can work while doing remote, like coffee shops, and different collaboration and communication tools you can use to make the workflow better. I also read this article in the last video about background checks, the process, your HR signing you up for payroll, telling you your schedule, background checks, the process of onboarding in general, your manager showing you around, and maybe a few questions that you can ask during your onboarding process, like what will the benefits be, what's the pay schedule, how can I request to get a paid time off. I also read this article on flex jobs about how to communicate better with your colleagues, writing well, not coming off too harsh, just to make sure that the environment is positive overall in the workplace. I also learned how to cut it off short. If the messages are piling up or the emails are piling up, just switch to video. Sometimes it's okay to switch to video so that it's less frustrating. Switching to video could also open up opportunities for you to get to know your colleagues better. If they have dog pictures in the background, different plants in the background, maybe you can ask them about what they like to do in their free time. Also, not to be all about business. It's okay to take personal time to get to know each other, do icebreakers and things like that. It's already remote. No need to make it more stressful and just be so serious all the time. Sometimes it's okay to have a little breather and make the workplace a little less stressful. And sometimes meeting in person too, because just because you're remote doesn't mean you can't go out for coffee if you guys live nearby. This article is about how working in the workplace can affect the job overall. 21% of people working remote reported loneliness, and 60% of employees had quit because the lack of social connection with their employees. This article also showed ways that you can do icebreakers and not dull icebreakers, overemphasizing on hiring. This is Slack, where you use channels to organize your work to do projects better with your team. This is Doodle. Basically, you choose times where you can meet up, you send it off, and the person you send it off to can also choose the best times for them to meet up based on the options you sent them. And once you guys both agree on something, you can send off their Zoom link if you have the premium. If you don't, you can just email them. This is an article about using the right tools for different things. WebEx and Adobe might be used to share things at the same time. Basecamp, Highrise, and Google Docs also to use the same tools at the same time. Know your tools, invite the right people so that it's not overclouded. Sometimes it just becomes too much and overwhelming.
Ditch paper and become paper.
Goal setting in the workplace, clarity in the workplace, and better workflow.
Just overall in the workplace can help flow because you all know that you're reaching a common goal.
Going paperless for a better, clearer mind and clear space in your work office area.
Your physical space change, not that much paper, and your mind feel freer and make it easier for you to just travel without having to bring all that paper with you. This section was about how to maintain a positive workplace, not to be taken advantage of. So in this video, it shows you how to be a nasty boss. There was an example where a woman at his job got penalized because she was trying to do a good thing. She was trying to recycle, and they penalized her for it. And it was just really petty. And just don't do this when you become a boss to your employer, because then they'll probably leave. She had no bad intent. Also an example of how he had a pen and he had to sign to get a $7 pen from the company. That was just extra for a pen, and they told him to get one from the office anyways. Just in general, don't be a nasty boss. Treat your employees with respect. Don't let anybody take advantage of you, which is what the next video is actually about. How to say no.
Just say no if you know your experience are beyond what the job is asking for.
Because if you say no, you'll save everyone a bunch of time instead of trying to guess and go roll with the punches just to get paid for the extra job. If you don't know how to do it, save everybody some time and just say no. This video is about how to not be taken advantage of and how to make the extra work worthwhile. So if someone takes 2 hours away from you, come in 2 hours later, or leave 2 hours earlier, or make sure that they make it worth your while put a price tag on the extra work that they make you do, so that they know next time that you're not just a employer that they can take advantage of and just use whenever they want some extra work done. They have to make sure that they pay you, or you'll leave early, or leave late. Leave early or come in later. This video is about loyalty. Make sure you know who you're being loyal to. There was an example where he was helping this guy out, and the guy totally bashed him and the company and just badmouthed the whole situation, and he's still currently looking for work. Being loyal can have advantages because it can lead to promotions, but it can also be a downfall and lead to nothing. Some people have been there for 30 years and still haven't gotten anything from being so loyal. So just be careful who you're being loyal to and make sure that it benefits you at the end. This is about communication in the workplace, making sure that no conflict arises, to always think good intent and think about how you may have come off before blaming it on